Hello. First, we'll be learning a basic concept, and I welcome you all. My name is Raj Barge. I'm co-founder director of Raj Computer Education. Today, we'll be going for script basics. So, exactly what is script basic? So, these topics are what we'll be covering today. The first will be understanding regarding browsers. There's a very important and very intelligent concept, that is understanding the site is developed into what, that is built with what. It's very important. It's built with what. This is most important thing. Then exactly where the codes are written, then this basic 5 operations, then function. Today's main topic is writing function and calling functions. Okay, let's start from basics. First, when you are thinking of any kind of browser, fine, this JavaScript works on only by browser based technology. That means it requires browser to run. Second thing, when your program is compiled, fine, there is no compilation required. It is interpreted by browser. That means what? Step by step, all the errors are listed into browsers. Third important thing, you to work with this, you should have Java script browser available, and that should be enabled. Next, we have competitor to this JavaScript, that is VBScript, but it is no longer used. It is a product of Microsoft. Next, this JavaScript works on the client side itself, and all the files will have extension as .js. So we should know like what is buildwith.com. So again, this is on sample site. I come here, I go to this build with sample site. I press Ctrl T to open it and paste it build with. So build with is a site which shows what are the technologies, what are the products used to develop any kind of site. For example, suppose I want to know if this is my Facebook, and this web.facebook is developed into what. So I can just go to build it, I can just type the site name there and just click on lookup. So it explains me, fine, which wizards are used. It is using a language translator for 2 of the languages. It is mobile portable, and this is very good software which is designed, which is this site is very compatible with iPhones, Apple phones, and view of metadata and so on. It is designed using HTML5 codes. It has comments. It works good with Internet Explorer, Chrome. It is having meta tag. It is having CSS. It is having frames. It is having protection. It is hacking protection and so on. This is a basic thing. These are the technical details of the site being developed. Fine. So this is analytics. This is Google Analytics is also referred here. This is the e-commerce. That means it is using which e-commerce channel, that is also done. This entire coding is done into PHP, Java, EE, Perl, Adobe, and so on. This is also having some Facebook, Ajax installed, jQuery installed, some Twitter connections, and lot many things. Integration of payment gateway accounts, JavaScript, what are the script language it is calling. It is working with React, it is working with jQuery, and so on. So all the technical details. Then metadata profiles, for that is asking for the payment, rest. Next, relationship profile, first detected when and last detected when, that is changes into this site. And this is redirection profile. This is redirection profile. So this is what we see into built with. That means in short you can say built with is very useful to understand where the site was developed. Suppose we are going for one more example. We are going for one more example. Again, it is saying from which countries I am diverted. So these are different countries from where the Facebook is diverted, And these are different domains which are purchased by Facebook. I think all the countries it has been purchasing of Facebook domains. उन लोगों ने एक डोमेन नहीं काफी सारा डोमेन्स परचेस करके रखा है. Now let's understand how my company site is being designed and developed. So I go to again buildwith.com. I say build. I copy it. I go into buildwith.com and I enter my own site name. My company's name is lanceinfosystem.com. Enter. So now it is telling about my site. So for this site, we have used Google Font API, Contact Form 7, Google plugins, chat options, views, Google APIs, map, meta tags, WordPress we have installed, jQuery we are using, HTML, that is HTML5 Shiv. This is the Indian HTML product. It's very fantastic. We are using that. WooCommerce and so on. This is the certification we are right now having. The things are installed on Apache server. Google master page are being connected and so on. Lot many things. Suppose I go into last page, that is redirection profile. So from which sites I'm getting my reference. So I'm getting my website reference from my site from nowhere. It's not showing anything right now. Technical details, I can click on this. So it is indicating me what are the technical details. It is again asking for charges. Let's refresh and try it again. Oh, it still is asking. Fine. And these are the technical details. You can just come here and you can just see the technical details. Fine. Okay. So we are back. After that, we'll be going for our second topic. What is my second topic? Where we can write JavaScript. In last lecture, we also discussed it. Just for the revision purpose, I'm discussing it again. So you can write your JavaScript into header and put body both. Or you can write your JavaScript into .js, that is external file, and call it into the file with the help of JavaScript command, where you specify the path of the file with SCR, that is source attribute. So source attribute and current path we are specifying for JavaScript, or we can use it inline JavaScript, which is not recommended. So this is the sample example. See, I've created a file. That file I'm calling, that is an external file here. This is the JavaScript which is written into header. So it shows an alert message. This is the JavaScript which is written into body. And this is again the JavaScript which is on click event is written inline. So these are 4 ways of writing. And last and very important thing. Now once this you are writing JavaScript, you should have some basics regarding it. The first command is inner HTML, next is document, alert, and console. Fine. So this console is very important from point of view of debugging. So let's start with this basic. We'll be starting with inner HTML. So when we come to inner HTML, what happens? First, we'll be going here, going to desktop, choosing a lecture folder. And today we'll not be choosing control practicals. We'll be choosing, I'll be just copying it anyone. I rename it. So it's become BASIC basics dash 01. I edit this file. Right now I'm into JavaScript. Okay, fine. I deleted it. So this is the normal block with what we have of HTML. So that is that. After this block, we should do one small, very small and important thing. We should be able to insert something into it. So how to insert? So we'll be just checking syntax of this. I think this is over. So just to check syntax of this, we'll be saying inner HTML. This is an HTML tag. So syntax is, just type it into Google. I use this inner HTML property. So the syntax is very similar. It's document.get element by ID, that is ID name, inner HTML, and writing into it. Let's check it out, how this works. Fine. So this is a normal thing. So How to use this? It's very simple. I try to write a program here. Now to write this, now I'll be using a function here, right? Or I'll be, yeah, because I require something, or I'll be writing event here. Let's start with event. So I'll be defining here a small thing, a div command. Div is having ID. Let this be ID, will be called as ID1, ID1, and this I'm saying what div again. I'm saying div again. I'm saying div again, and once this is known, fine, div again. I'll be putting something into this. So I'll be saying, welcome to Raj Computers. So this is normal data. Fine. This is into div ID1. I save this. Fine. I'll be writing small but input command here. I'll be saying input type is equal to button. Value is equal to click. On click. On click. I'll be writing that code. So what is that code? That code is this one, which we specified into our example. This is document dot so and so dot this. So I'm writing that command here. What is my purpose? I'll be writing here. I'll be saying document dot get element ID. What is my element ID? This is my element. This ID1. In this element ID, replace this text with this text. Paragraph change. Fine. And it's over. So slash n. Fine. So if this is a text, it has to be in single quote. That means this double quote is into single quote. Again, it has to be single quote. Otherwise, it creates problem. Now it will just running this program. I'll be coming here. So for example, suppose I'm to just drag and drop it here. So what I do, I click it here. I choose this file. Again, I just try to drag it. It's running. See, it is showing me record welcome to Raj Computer. But when I click on this, it is changing. That means inner text will replace that data. What happens if I do a little bit more into it? Suppose I say this is inner text and it should be on H1. Now I'm formatting it. Slash H1. Save. I refresh this and I can click it. See, it changes. So what is in HTML? At runtime, you can change contents of anything. So that is in HTML. So let's go to second option. Second option is documented that right. I think you know all this because we have tried this lot many times. So what I can do, I can just come to this document and I can display anything. Suppose I'm displaying it here. We're saying script. In this script, I'll be saying document dot write and document dot write. I'll be doing what? I'll be saying welcome to Lance info. Fine. Save. Refresh. See, this is the output of document dot write. So normally we lot many times use document dot write. Next is alert. Even we use this. There is window alert. It's very important. It's window dot alert or it's just alert. So mostly how I use that. I use this to display a message. Fine. So I can just write script command here and just say window dot alert. You can just say test this. So when I save this and execute this, refresh it, it shows me test this. to remove this alert, because every time it is going to refresh, it is going to create problem. I say refresh. There is no alert now. This is replaced. Okay, done. Last is debugging part. See what happens. Lot many times we write some code and we don't understand where the output we are getting it. So I write a code. I define here variable here. I can say where I is equal to 10, and to display this value, so I'll be saying what? The last option. What is the last option here? Last option is debug console.log. It's very important. It is debugging in browser. I'll be saying console.log, and I'll be saying this value here. I'll be saying I fine equals to and concatenating value of I. So when I run this program, see I'm getting this output. I'm refreshing, I got this output, but output is not visible to me. So I go right click it here, I choose inspect element. Fine, I choose inspect element here. I close this bottom option. And when you are inspecting it, there is an option called as console. See here. This is for debugger. See, it is showing me I's value. And this is very, very important. If I say I found it here, I just say I, it saves me some same value. Suppose you are writing some code here. Suppose I am writing some code here. I is equal to this variable, j is equal to 7, and in this I want to display answer is equal to I plus j. I save this. I refresh this. So I got a value of this. Now I come here, I enter. I say what is value of j? It shows me value of j. Fine. Then I say what is answer? It shows me value of answer also. So this console is very important for debugger's point of view when you're working with JavaScript. Fine. This is all for today, and we'll be going for next lecture with functions. That is how to write functions, define functions, call functions. Thank you.